Yeah, so I had to put a cork in it because the anal seepage was it just wouldn't stop. So anyway, that's about the time that Maddie had that problem.
Whatever.
Is that what happened to the underwear?
Yeah, that's what
No,
happened.
that's not. That is not what
Yeah.
happened.
Acid.
Totally disintegrated the underwear.
No,
I had to throw them out, y'all. I'm sorry.
that is not the truth.
Anyway, howdy, y'all. This is Mrs. Snarky, and me and my panelists, we're going to let you know what's happening.
Actually, it's my panelist and I.
Actually, what the hell's your channel about?
My channel's objectively subjective. You're watching it on this right now, but if you're watching this in the future, you're watching it on Mrs. Snarky's channel. So come over and subscribe to me, Maddie of Objectively Subjective, and I don't have anal seepage.
Oh, is that why I had to throw away all the corks in the house?
Yep.
That is not the reason you had to throw away all the corks in the house.
There's no corks in this house, are there,
You had to
Maddie?
throw away all the corks in the house because once they pile up to a certain level, it looks like you have a problem.
It's true,
That's
though.
true.
It's very true. Also, subscribe to me since you're watching this, today, which is Saturday, on Objectively Subjective's channel. I'm Mrs. Snarky. Subscribe. I hope Maddie puts my link in the description. And next up, we have Casey from #Heathen.
Hi. My channel is about lots of stuff. Some really serious topics. A funny series with Billy Hill, and etc. So
what happened with the mustache?
So I had it sitting on my desk in here because I was planning on reusing the same one for a while, and I just noticed the other day that it was gone. And then we went to put potatoes in our pantry, and it's like shoved in the corner. She had shoved it under the door and like way in the corner of the pantry.
Oh, she's hiding it, little peck rat.
You did wash it, right?
I will, yeah.
It's still sitting in the corner, isn't it?
No, I think I took it out.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Well, tune in next week to find out what happened to the mustache. Next up, we have Vencher of Vencher's channel. Talk about your channel and your projects you've been working on.
Yeah, I'm Vencher. Kind of been busy at the end of the year. We're going to start getting videos up on my channel coming this week. So keep an eye out for those. And then recently a project of mine just came out over on the new Stoics channel. Did an animated video for Tim over there. So go check that out. It's a fun little video. We got another one in the works, probably a couple weeks or so before that one's out. So yeah, go give him a subscribe and you'll see that stuff too.
Yeah, so that's the new Stoics channel, which hopefully Maddie will also link in the description at some point. But yeah, it was really funny.
I hope Maddie will do this at some point. You can send me links to put in the description, Snarky. I'll totally do it.
I can't. I'm screen sharing. I can't.
Well, you can't do it now. I can't do it now either because it would mess up everything that we're seeing right now. It would totally screw this up.
Anyway, the animation is great, and it's such a funny video, and hopefully there'll be a lot more going on in that series. Looking forward to that. Anyway, so this is the last thing you see when you die. It's a cute kitten. It's coming after you. It's amazing, and I love it. So, moving on to the horrible stuff.
Oh, that's great. The happy stuff is the channel intros. Now we're going to the horrible stuff.
That's right. Hey,
show.
we learned the
that's
horrible
topics. The horrible stuff is the whole show. So that's welcome to the show.
Look, this is the way we operate on this thing is I talk about something that pisses me off and is horrible and is happening. And then we have little palate cleansers here and there. It's just, it's a good mix. It's a mixed bag. Okay. So the United States did a strike, a drone strike, and we killed a top Iranian general because we're totally stable geniuses. Yes.
America.
America. So yeah, President Trump ordered an airstrike on last Thursday evening that killed Iranian General Qassem Soleimani in Baghdad, a man he claimed was, quote, plotting imminent and sinister attacks against Americans in the region.
Is this the weapons of mass destruction thing?
It's pretty much. That's what it reeks of.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I heard
It's
they
just-
sunk the Lusitania.
Lusitania.
I'm pretty sure that was in the news.
I'm pretty sure that, okay, so there is a timeline here somewhere. Okay, so starting at the beginning, Friday, December 27th, there's an attack near Kirkuk. A militia group, Hezbollah, attacked K1 military base near the Iraqi city of Kirkuk with rockets, killing an American contractor and wounding several American and Iraqi personnel. And of course, Hezbollah has ties to Iraq. So get your whiteboard out and get your little pins and your little, conspiracy theory hat on, because it's basically what this is. And so Iran has denied orchestrating this attack. And even though Hezbollah might have ties to Iran, that doesn't necessarily mean Iran did this. All right, so
I heard that Iran are the reason the dinosaurs went extinct.
yeah, that's pretty much.
They utilize a lot of really dead dinosaurs. I don't know what really dead means, but they're really dead.
Would Iran have this large oil field if it wasn't for all the dinosaurs they killed?
Boom.
Correlation is not causation.
All I'm saying is boom. Okay. Okay.
Actually, most fuel is from plant matter, but that ruins the joke. So we're gonna go back to the dinosaurs being it.
This is gonna be ASMR if this continues. All right. So yeah, on December 29th, Trump ordered some airstrikes because, that's stable and genius. And one thing that I have a question for y'all on the panel, because I'm not really sure, but I think that since there isn't a clear and present danger, that Trump didn't really have the authority to do this, especially since it took out,
civilians, didn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. From Florida, and he was at his golf course talking about this.
Of course.
From Florida, Trump responds with an order of airstrikes in sections of Iraq and Syria where members of the militia group were reportedly located. Okay, well, this part's fine. This he can do, sort of. I can kind of see that. So yeah, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Secretary of Defense Esper, General Milley, Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, surprised reporters with a short evening briefing at Trump's Florida home, Mar-a-Lago.
The Winter White House, y'all.
Winter fucking White House. Pompeo says he briefed the president on, quote, activities that have taken place in the Middle East over the course of the last 72 hours and that provocative actions have been happening for weeks, which I don't know if that's substantiated or not, whatever. Asper describes 5 targets in Western Iraq and Eastern Syria and adds, quote, I would add that in our discussion today with the president, we discussed with him other options that are available. And I would also note that we will take additional actions as necessary to ensure that we act in our own self-defense and we deter further bad behavior from militia groups or from Iran. What does Iran have to do with this? I mean, other than some wacky, far-reaching, they got some ties. It's kind of like you said, with the Iraq thing. Oh, well, they've got ties to this or that group, so we must invade, we must start a war, we must whatever, anything to justify a thing. But see, this isn't even the worst part. Okay, the worst part.
Iran killed Bambi's mom.
Yes, that's, yeah. And then, at the end, we had to kill Old Yeller, and it was just a mess. So, Tuesday, December the 31st, the embassy compound was stormed in Baghdad. Iraqi supporters of Kataib Hezbollah began storming the U.S. embassy in Baghdad. The violence escalates with militia members attempting to enter the embassy, which is woo. Yeah, starting fires and damaging the outside and a reception area of the embassy. Happy holidays. So yeah, and then Trump tweeted, of course, Iran, he says, killed an American contractor. What?
Iran killed him?
Hezbollah is not Iran, last time I heard. Wounding many, we strongly responded. We always will. Now Iran, what the fuck, is orchestrating an attack on the U.S. embassy in Iraq. No. No. They've, okay. They would be held fully responsible. In addition, we expect Iraq to use its forces to protect the embassy and so notified. Okay, well, I wonder if this is how he thinks he's supposed to notify the Iraqi forces.
Right?
By bombing
Just
them?
tweet about it.
No.
Oh,
well, by tweeting at them, first bombing, and then tweeting at them, hey, y'all need to protect the embassy. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Anyway, so then Trump has a meeting on the issue at his golf fucking course and speaks with Iraqi Prime Minister. White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grissom says Trump is getting regular updates. Quote, as the president said, Iran is orchestrating this attack and they will be held fully responsible. It will be the president's choice how and when we respond to their escalation. It wasn't theirs. What the fuck? It was Hezbollah. And then Senator Lindsey Graham, who I remind everyone had his private phone number doxed by Donald Trump before he was elected.
Yeah, but they patched that up. They're besties.
Yeah. Just had a good meeting with the president, Donald Trump, where I licked his asshole and agreed with everything he said.
That's word for word what that tweet says, people. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. And then he brought up Benghazi, which is like, wow, okay. It's interesting because I'm pretty sure at the time people were saying, well, hey, we're having a problem at the U.S. embassy, just like we had with the Benghazi attack, because he orchestrated these strikes, you know? So I guess this was kind of a way to get in the front of that. But yeah, nothing about Iran in this tweet, though. Nothing about Iran. I will give him that. Then Trump goes full stable genius. The U.S. embassy in Iraq is and has been for hours safe. Many of our great war fighters, together with the most lethal military equipment in the world. What the fuck?
What the fuck is a war fighter? Like,
I don't know.
Does he not know the word soldier? Is that what he's like?
Capital
Trump's like,
W.
the war fighters.
They're capital W war fighters too. They're not just your everyday little W.
Not your everyday little W's. These big W.
This is proper noun territory, man.
This is war fighter with two W's.
W.
Then he's like, thank you to the president and prime minister of Iraq for their rapid response upon request, I guess via tweet. No, they met at Mar-a-Lago, right? They golfed it out. It's cool.
They golfed it out.
And then this is the kicker. This is this really totes huge, believe me, stable genius, best word fucking tweet. Part of the tweet. Iran will be held fully responsible for lives lost for some fucking reason or damage incurred at any of our facilities. They will pay a very big price. This is not a capital W warning. It is a threat. Happy New Year.
Fucking A.
Well, that's festive.
He's unhinged, literally.
Oh, no. Stable genius.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Forgot about that.
He's smarter than all the fucking generals. What in the fuck?
I don't know. This is scary. Like, this is playing with fire. They also did it with the Venezuela thing.
Mm-hmm.
They threw their hat in, and had they gone or backed or sent aid to the people they were backing, you had China and Russia on the other side. Like, what? Don't fuck around in situations like that. It's not a dick measuring contest.
Yeah,
it
and
is
ironically,
with Trump.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah, I know it is, but like, it's not supposed to be.
got tiny hand syndrome.
Yep.
Like, I don't know how many times I have to say this. Trump is not a smart person.
What?
Stable genius.
You're
I'm
kidding.
a stable
No.
genius.
No, not a smart person at all. And
So yeah, that apparently Esper announced the United States will deploy an infantry battalion from the 82nd Airborne Division to the U.S. Central Command area. The decision is described as a precaution. About 750 soldiers, which, at first, and additional troops over the next several days. So that's him saying all of that shit. So yeah, later that night, Trump speaks to reporters after attending a New Year's Eve gala, because he's festive like that, and is asked if he foresees going to war with Iran. Quote, "Do I want to? No. I want to have peace. I like peace." Oh, best words. Oh, mwah. And Iran should want peace more than anybody. So I don't see that happening.
I like peace.
I like peace.
I like peace.
I like
You know,
peace. I like
It
beer.
reminds me of the I like beer. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it reminds me of.
I like peace with my
I
beer.
like peace. I still like peace.
So can we, before you go forward, there was a clip of reporters asking Melania what their New Year's resolution was.
Oh shit, yeah.
And she said what people said. She said peace on the world, but a lot of people were saying, no, it sounds like she says piss on the world. And I was like, nah, there's no way. And then a couple days later, we attack Iran, and I'm like,
I mean,
maybe?
and then there's that PP tape. I'm just saying.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, on New Year's Day, Pompeo cancels a trip to the Ukraine and 4 additional countries. He speaks with Netanyahu, among other regional leaders. Then on the 2nd, Esper's warning, and Soleimani was killed. And he gives a statement emphasizing that the United States will, quote, not accept continued attacks against our personnel and forces in the region. He also sends a message to U.S. allies to, quote, stand together against I fucking ran. I still don't get this. I still don't fucking get it. Like, he's saying Iran and its proxy militias. But Hezbollah is... Okay, so where does Hezbollah come from? Because I really don't know.
So Hezbollah is, depending on, I mean, okay, so it's a Palestinian group, I believe.
That's what I thought.
That is moving towards Palestinian independence. Now, depending on what side of this issue you're on, they're described as a terror group or freedom fighters. They
Right.
do a lot of awful things.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, and there's been okay, so all the talk about Iran being behind this stuff, there is some truth to that, in the fact that Iran has done clandestine actions and has worked with these groups by proxy to attack other countries.
Right.
So there is information there that is true.
Because they're anti-Israel, right?
But if that's like, yes. But in that case, like, we do the exact same thing.
Yeah, right.
Well, so hold on a minute. So that's Hezbollah proper from is Palestine. So these are an Iraqi
An Iraqi
Shia
branch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they're the same branch. They're allies, but I don't know if they're
okay. Hezbollah is
all
in
under the
Lebanon.
Hezbollah.
Eric said, yeah, I was just gonna say that.
So this is this one that's been active in the Iraqi Civil War and the Syrian Civil War. So not the same as the Palestinian Hezbollah.
So are they stretching this to Iran, or is it just me?
We don't know. There's no information out here. Like they refuse to release any information on what these threats were, what information there was. Has Iran done stuff like this in the past? They definitely have.
Sure. Could they have? Sure.
Were they probably planning to do things in the future? Probably. But we don't have any of that information at all.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't know if the attacks were coordinated by Iran, but Iran has supported this group in the past.
Yeah.
Being a Shia militia, Iran tends to support the Shia groups around the region.
I would like to thank Eric Haas in the chat. The Palestinian group is Hamas. The Lebanon is Hezbollah. So I was mistaken on that. Sorry.
And they're going nuts with this. Like I saw somebody, I'll look it up but they wanted to tie the Iran official that was killed to the 9/11 attack.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that wasn't the Shia that did that.
No.
Oh, was it? Okay.
No.
No.
That was the Sunni from
like there's
and more specifically the Wahhabi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, weren't they out of Afghanistan?
No, they were out of
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. I think it was 16 of the 19 or whatever. What the numbers were, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah,
Saudi Arabian.
Osama bin Laden was from Saudi Arabia, and he fled to Afghanistan. Correct? That's but a lot of the funding, a lot of his backers were from Saudi Arabia. That's where a lot of the money came from to coordinate the attack on 9/11. Newsflash: it wasn't fucking Iran.
No.
Also,
that was guess who did it? I just looked it up. Fucking Pence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
The fucking vice president.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't Giuliani, y'all. I think that was a missed opportunity as the mayor, America's mayor.
Yeah.
Attorney General.
One of the things that people are pushing as one of the acts that Iran has done is allowed soldiers to walk through their country to get to different places, which on one hand you could say is true. On the other hand, it's misinformation, because Iran has a deal where, like, if you're certain allied countries, you don't have to have a passport to go through Iran.
Right.
So if this person was from one of these countries, they didn't have to have a passport. Well, the U.S. is saying, well, that's just allowing terrorists to go straight through your country, so you're helping out terror. When in a way, it's true, but it's overblown what they're saying there.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about this whole thing, especially since they haven't presented any evidence from the administration that's supposed to be totally, like, transparent.
Yeah, they produced nothing. So far, they haven't produced anything for the news. They haven't given any. There's nothing other than there was imminent threats, and the reason they're saying imminent threat is because that's the only way that you can get around assassinating someone.
Yeah, because that's straight up what they did.
Otherwise, it's a war crime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I said this on air or not, but and Snarky had said it too. It sounds like the weapons of mass destruction thing.
Yeah.
Like guaranteed, we know they're there, but there's no information confirming this at all. And they're just going on that information and making huge ass dangerous decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think a lot of this too is it looks bad if a Trump presidency has a Benghazi like thing.
True.
So I think in order to make himself, look good and look like he's saving lives and protecting America, that he just went overboard. I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but we've gotten fuck all from this administration as far as evidence. We don't know what the fuck happened.
Well,
So-
and I think most, if this does push forward to war, it's all about re-election for
Yep.
Trump.
Yeah.
And getting out of the
Exactly.
impeachment stuff. So
Yeah,
That's
that's
been
my thought.
That's been a trending thing for so many administrations. Start a war, you win.
Yep. In 2011, actually, we have Donald Trump tweeting, "In order to get elected, Barack Obama will start a war with Iran."
You know what?
Greg,
There's a
Greg,
tweet
Greg
for
just sent that
everything.
over.
A tweet for everything. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
Well, you
And
know what?
it's fun
Iran.
going back through his stuff.
What really
Yeah.
gets me here is, like, I know many conservatives, and so many of these conservatives that I've heard over the last couple days while I was working, they, in their mind, Iran is exactly the same as Iraq or
Yes.
Afghanistan
Yep.
or Libya. And
Oh,
it's
Saudi
not.
Arabia.
No.
Iran
I bet
is
they can't.
Iran is a high-tech, modern country. Yes, they're run by, they have religious zealots that are high in power, but they have a lot of technology and they have a whole lot of military power. So it's
Yes.
not going to be a situation like it was in Iraq where we show up and then it's over and then we're fighting.
No.
It's not going to be like
Wow.
that. It's like it could be an actual war that's going to have far more American casualties than
Yeah.
Afghanistan or Iraq has, and it's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
Yeah, and another thing too that must be considered when we're talking about Iran is Iran has some backing. So we're looking
Mhm.
at a very unstable region that has backers from all over the globe, basically. So this has the potential to actually be a world war.
It
Yeah.
has the potential.
I'm not saying
I
it
just think it's
is.
unlikely because what's Iran going to attack? Iran proper attack that's going to kick off the war.
See,
they're not
Israel?
the thing that I see it being more along the lines of, and not Israel. I see it
No?
being more along the lines of a Cold War situation.
It could be.
Where Iran is using agents and things along those lines.
Yeah.
A lot of internet hacks.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and they'll be fighting by proxy in other countries. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a world war, but it could, because Iran has some pretty powerful allies themselves, and
Yeah.
they don't like us all that much.
Yeah,
as it
that's
is,
what
so.
that's what my concern is right there. But yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I was just going to say this was predicted. Greg sent another text. "Be prepared. There's a small chance that our horrendous leadership could unknowingly lead us into World War III." That's from Trump in August of 2013.
Oh,
So
for
he
fuck's sake.
predicted his presidency.
It seems like it, doesn't it? Oh fuck! I hope it's wrong. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hope so too.
We do not.
It's
we
a
don't-
mess.
We don't need a Cold War either.
Mm.
Like that could.
We
do
don't
some
need a
serious-
war.
We don't. That can do any kind of like cyber technology or any kind of hacking. It can do serious damage, and the United States should know that by now because fuck, we got Donald Trump. Thanks. Thanks, Russia. Anyway. So yeah. It goes on to say the game has changed and we're prepared to do what's necessary to defend our personnel and our interests and our partners in the region. So that right there should tell you a lot about why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking. And so later that night, there are reports of a strike near the Baghdad airport, and early reports Soleimani was killed. Eventually, the Pentagon confirms the events, writing that Soleimani was, quote, actively developing plans to attack American diplomats and service members in Iraq and throughout the region.
Yeah.
So yeah, the statement also says Soleimani had orchestrated attacks on bases and improved the attack on the embassy, adding, quote, the strike was aimed at deterring future Iranian attack plans.
I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me that
I don't buy it. But they're
Yeah.
that they're planning all these attacks on Americans. You know, or at least Iran was directing the stuff to do. I mean,
they're already pulling out every tactic that they've used in the past with like Iraq and Afghanistan, trying to say that you're either with us or you're against us.
Whatever,
kind of
Darth Vader.
They're trying to say that this is for our national security. It's not.
no,
Not at all. What was the other thing that they? Oh, that the people of Iran are screaming for us to come and liberate them.
no,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
was
They did
reading about
interviews back. I don't know if you guys remember this, but they did interviews inside Iran back when we were getting ready to go into Iraq, and you know, citizens are like, "Fuck no!" They come in here. They're Americans coming here where they're coming for a fight. You know, they're not taking us there. I mean, we got a long history of fucking around with Iran, and they don't like us, or at least in us meddling with them and stuff. So,
and who was it? Oh my God, I can't Google it right now, but one of the Republicans on the news today was actually saying that this is a call for regime change. And my mind just went, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because that works out so well.
Like you're letting people in on what you're actually about here. You want the oil and you want to get Trump reelected. That's what this is. The second you said, like, forever we've been about not actually saying regime change in a lot of ways, because that gives you the idea that you're just wanting someone that's pro-American and you're not really caring about what it does.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of that's why we have the regime in Iran today that we have.
Oh shit! Everybody, Essence of Thought is in the chat. I'm gonna have to purge this.
Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Delete everything.
Bye, everybody.
Seriously though, much love to you, Essence of Thought. It's good to see you here. But Iran.
Yeah, like I said, our fucking around in Iran got us this regime in power now that we have.
Yeah, and you know what? Really, it really surprised me that we got the Iran deal, the nuclear deal, to begin with, because holy shit, right? The relations have not been excellent,
right?
You know, and they were going along with it, and then he pulls out of it, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go ahead, Red. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, see, for as much as you know, I think like the religious zealots in charge in Iran are more puffing their chest, more like that. They're more rational actors in this stuff there. So they're just out there puffing their chest. They're not a North Korea that's going to go through and do the shit they're doing. But
and that's a whole other clusterfuck right there. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm just totally fed up with this shit. I'm totally fed up. And you know, one thing too that I think really was stuck into Trump's craw was when the Iranian officials were like, hey, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, we did something. We did a horrible, fucked up thing, and there's no evidence to fucking back up the actions we took.
Yep.
So,
you know, you're calling for evidence. That sounds pretty anti-patriotic.
I mean, I must basically be a commie. I mean,
if you don't like it, just leave.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy to leave.
What Evan said.
Canada, here I come.
Right?
So that maple syrup. I don't know about the poutine stuff. So
Oh, I want to try it. It sounds amazing.
People don't even know the most basic shit about Iran.
Poutine? Yeah.
They don't know even the most basic shit about it. Like one of the guys at work I was talking to was talking about, every time these Arabs get out of place, we ought to take them to task. And I'm like, well, you understand, Iran, they're not Arabs.
No.
Right.
What?
That's a different thing, right? Yeah, they're shocked.
Uh-oh, did I lose everybody?
Nope, you're here.
Nope.
At least we think you are. Are you there?
Oh, yeah, everything went silent on me.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
Oh.
No.
Maybe your internet cut out for a second and then came back.
Like you don't even.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Don't even know the most basic shit about the people, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna take them.
Most of the people in the United States don't know what the national anthem really is.
Huh?
They think it's America the Beautiful. They don't know that it's a Star-Spangled
Banner.
Banner.
I'm a proud NFL watcher, and I know that the Star-Spangled Banner, they play that at the beginning of the games. Well, I'm getting my Doritos, and they better not kneel.
These are the people that think that the last two words in the national anthem is play ball.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, and they think that the Pledge of Allegiance originally had into the God stuff.
Right.
My brain farted. I'm sorry.
One nation under God.
Yeah, one nation under God.
A lot of people don't know that's recent. That was just relatively recent.
50s
that was
or
just
60s?
in the 1950s. Yeah, I think it was 56 or something like that. That the pledge, it was added into the pledge. And,
because of the Red Scare.
Currency. Yeah, the Cold War, I think.
Faithless Southerner said, did y'all know that if you're not willing to fight and die for other people's oil, you shouldn't be allowed to live here?
Yep.
And the good thing is Trump's got two sons that I know are just ready to go and fight. Because even Eric was out there saying, we're going to open up a can of whoop ass and...
Well, get your gun, Eric. Go over there and go get you some. I mean, it's your daddy's war.
It's a ridiculous notion.
Not technically a war yet, but
yeah.
Anyway, we need to move on to a better topic because
we do.
Yes.
Let's talk about
all right.
New Year's resolutions.
So, New Year's was 4 days ago, and
what?
I don't know about you, but there's the tradition of making New Year's resolutions, and I don't generally do them. My New Year's resolution is to do the same stuff I did last year.
All of it?
All of it. Every single thing.
Nothing new at all?
Well,
like a Groundhog
do it
Day?
a little different, but okay, some people make a lot of resolutions, and I found this list of some pretty funny resolutions that people had made, and I think that I might be able to keep some of these. So, get a passport, not to travel, just to own a passport. I could do that.
I need a new one.
So you just get that passport and
we need to get ours before April.
Then number 2 is turn off Tinder and try to talk to people in real life. I've never used Tinder. I've succeeded at that already.
Yeah.
You talk to people in real life?
I do at work.
I have no evidence of
this. And at grocery stores sometimes.
Oh, definitely no evidence of that.
All right, so number 3, wave to fellow motorists at 4-way stops. That would be so annoying, but I'm sure I could do that. If you're at a 4-way stop and just waving at people.
You could, but you won't.
Number 4, stop inserting slightly incorrect facts into Wikipedia entries. I've never done that, so I'm good. I'm doing a great job on these. Go to work without a hangover at least twice a week. And whoever wrote this, you need help.
Right?
Oh.
At least twice a week. So what are we thinking, like a 5-day work week, and 3 times then you're gonna go in hungover?
Yes, three times a week going into work hungover.
That's bad.
All right,
Oh, the next one is a.
Well, I
thing
mean,
to
depending
help
on
with
where
that.
you work, I think it's kind of might be necessary.
it could be. So number 6, collect airsick bags from every major airline. And I don't
I
fly, but I think you could probably do that just by going to an airport and waiting. So I think I could do
Like-
that.
Oh, I'm not feeling so good.
Number 7, just look at your bank balance. Refusing to doesn't mean you have more money. I look
It's
at my
true.
bank
What?
balance all the time.
Yes, you do.
I get sad. I get so sad looking at my bank balance.
Most people do.
Number 8, randomly sew one sequin onto every piece of clothing you own. I don't know about this one. This one I might fail at.
You should try it. I think you should.
I don't sew, so they wouldn't stay on very long.
Oh, you should do it.
Number 9 is delete the Facebook app from your phone and only log in to check it once a day.
Hey, do
I
that on the
sometimes don't even
regular.
check it once a day, so
Yeah, me neither.
pretty good at that.
I really hate Facebook, but I keep it because I got friends there and family and stuff. So
Yeah, I just never
Yeah.
go there. I'm there, but I never go there. Number
Yeah,
10,
Facebook is needy.
it's
Yeah.
it's so
I'm not on it for a while. It's sending me, anytime anybody I'm a friend with says anything, it's sending me
oh, is that
messages
not
and
the worst?
notifications. I know it says, "Come back, give us your data." It's like there's nothing to do on there.
Right? What? But like even on Facebook, they now send you notifications for when other people say stuff, and it's like
Yeah,
that's what the fucking wall is for.
yeah,
I know. Well, it's because they want you to go back on it. I bet if if
Hey.
you're on it more frequently than you and I are, it wouldn't be sending you all the notifications when somebody else says something. It's like
That's
trying to
probably-
get something to catch your attention to come back and click on it.
Yes, we got a
It's
super.
really annoying.
It is super chat from Tria, sending money so the bank balance is slightly less sad. Thank you, Tria.
Oh, thank you, Tria.
awesome.
All right,
We
so
appreciate that.
number 10, to be able to finish a burrito from Chipotle.
You could do
weakling.
that. You could do that.
Weakling, yes.
Who couldn't?
I can eat
finish
more
that?
than a
Yeah.
burrito there.
What the hell?
I probably couldn't. I'd give it a try. I'd give it a college try.
Okay, so number 11, I'm not doing. It's try extreme ironing, and I don't
What
know if
the
you've seen any
what?
videos of extreme
What?
ironing.
No.
Extreme ironing is where like you climb to the tip top of a building spire, then you get out an ironing board, and then you pretend you're ironing.
Why?
What the fuck?
Because just standing on top of the tip top of a spire isn't enough to get some people's jollies off, so they got to
Right.
do a little more. And I'm not doing that one.
I avoid both of those things, heights and ironing. So fuck that.
Oh, but number 12, find someone to kiss besides my dog. Well, I don't
Yeah.
have a dog, and I have Miss Snarky.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
I don't lick your toes when you're sleeping either.
No.
Call back.
Okay. Learn a decent party trick. There you go.
Okay.
That's my party trick.
What was your? Oh, that's not a party
Oh,
trick.
Yeah.
I'll work on that one. I'll work
I
on that one.
believe the key word here is decent.
I'll work on that one.
Yeah, you should.
You don't realize
Maybe
that when
it
I'm
should-
doing this,
Maybe
I'm actually spinning a plate on the top of my head.
maybe you should work on a different one.
Sure.
HK said you already do extreme irony.
Extreme irony. Number 14, knit more sweaters for freezing trees.
What?
Why?
I don't
There
know.
are wait, there are freezing trees.
So I don't know about the tree stuff with this, but I've heard about this. There's groups that do this out in like Portland and Seattle and stuff like that that go knit like the railings and stuff like that
Of course.
during the
they
day and all
do.
this stuff all there. So
That's
it's
very
probably what it's
Portland.
with, what it's doing.
Oh my!
That is very Portland. I'm gonna say that.
and
Mhm.
number 15 on the list is never by accident walk in on my dad cleaning the shower naked ever again. That's done. No worries about that.
That's
Yeah.
very specific.
That is very specific. So I guess my question to the people here today, do you have any New Year's resolutions that you made? And unlike Trump, it's not like a birthday wish. You can tell people.
Right. Well, I'm gonna speak my mind more
Okay.
and not be held back by, I don't know, inhibition so much.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag.
I think dealing with the psychological fallout of like my childhood and such, I want to work more on like my knee-jerk reactions and see if we can tamp those down. And part of that is learning to pick my battles on Twitter.
Good one.
And Red.
Oh, I don't know if I got anything personal on there. I got some resolutions for my channel that's coming out in a video. One of them is to eventually get one video a week here this year.
Oh, cool.
Well,
That would be good.
Very cool.
there's a couple others, so they'll be in the video that goes up tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Okay, so
Well,
the
we've
next
heard
question-
this before.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, it's done. It's gonna go up.
The next question I have is, what's the New Year's resolution that you failed the most?
Like past years?
Yeah, past years.
I typically don't do resolutions, so
You typically don't do resolutions.
I don't.
Oh. I have done the, hey, I'm going to exercise more and eat better.
Yeah, I
crap.
think that's most
Yeah.
people's like,
That-
this is the year that I'm going to run a 5K.
You know, no, I've never gone that far.
Oh, I have.
But
I made it about 5 feet.
but no, I just generally, trying to be healthier in different ways. But usually I fail because cake is delicious.
And
And I won't be ashamed.
Wellington resolves to use extreme lubes.
Yeah,
which,
Right on,
if
Wellington.
you're looking for an extreme experience, try Resolve.
Oh my
That would be pretty damn extreme.
god. Anything's a lube if you're brave enough. No.
No, that doesn't work so well because like
Hot
I
sauce.
don't think nails would work very well as a lube or
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh.
yes, that is now my New Year's resolution. Thank you to Essence of Thought. A whole year to run a 5K. That's
There
what
you go.
I'm gonna run 5K
Oh.
this year.
You take breaks, just long
Yeah,
naps.
Like
you know.
I'll jog to the bathroom and then back. I'll figure out how many times equals
my
a 5K. And that's what's gonna happen.
Just bathroom trips alone, you could do
I bet I can do like 10K on bathroom trips.
that. Yes.
But that, especially if I go to the back bathroom and not the front one, because that doubles the trip. So woo.
That's right. Burning
Ooh.
them calories. All right. So we
JB
moving
Weld
on?
would not be a good lube. Don't
No.
go with JB Weld.
no.
Well, I mean, with JB Weld, you have to mix two things together. So maybe.
Well, you're
If you don't
already
mix 'em-
mixing two things together.
Zing. All righty. So, you ready to move on?
Yes.
All right. So next we have hashtag story.
Oh, so I found a cute one. We've all heard of cats running up trees and getting stuck, and then the firefighters have to come and help them get down because they go too high. This one, though, involved a cat doing exactly that, going all the way up, but right on his tail, was a German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd went up the tree. So
There it is.
he was stuck pretty high up in the tree going, okay, how the fuck do I get out of this? So they called the fire department, and they were both taken down off the tree by the firefighters, and they were checked out, and the next day they said that they were both doing well. But for one thing, I've never seen a dog actually climb a tree. I've seen them try, but
Yeah.
never climb. But can you imagine, like, the cat thinks they're escaping, right? And they're like, "I'll do this." They won't follow me. Holy shit!
Oh shit, he's after me.
I
It
guess
looks like the tree is at an angle to where it looks
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, that's
about 45, maybe more degrees.
I just think the most depressing fact about this is that dog has already achieved more than I will this entire year.
If you scroll down, there is a zoomed out kind of version. You can see more of the tree right there.
Oh, okay. So does it?
yeah. So that
Yeah, it's
I
all
can
at
see the
an
dog
angle.
getting up there with it there.
Yeah, that's totally. I could see that.
It looks like it's probably cut down too.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's very little branches on it.
yeah, and it's leaning in a way to where it looks like it's been dead a while, and it's just kind of like uprooted. Maybe I don't know. Still, that's wild.
That's awesome.
I love it.
And
I'm just glad that they're okay.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
the whole time the cat's like, "You did this." I don't know how to do. I just ended up here.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, it is, as Wellington said, it is a California story.
Oh.
Sacramento, was it outside? Yeah, just south of Sacramento,
Yep.
California.
Yeah,
It
that's
does
it.
sound like a Florida thing, but Florida's too busy with people sucking on people's toes when they don't know.
Yep.
We got Florida man
While
and
they're sleeping.
California dog.
That's a
There you go.
sitcom.
A buddy cop
Uh,
sitcom.
So I guess we should take this moment, since Evans isn't here, to just shit all over panpsychism.
Oh no, we can't do that. We can't do that because I'm actually getting into the panpsychism. I stand. So far.
So Elias is the one doing the modding in the chat. So good job, Elias.
Thank you, Elias.
Just a few more years and you can take over for your dad.
That's right. That is right. All right. So, Red, did you have a topic that you wanted to discuss?
I don't have anything. off the top of my head. No.
What? Nothing to bitch about? That's cool. Good new year for you so far, huh? Well, it's not such a great new year for Australia. And this has been going on since September, right?
Oh yeah, it's been going on a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Australia fires keep spreading, and military reservists are called up. The officials across 3 states brace for what they fear could be the worst day yet. And this is from today of Australia's disastrous fire season. So yeah, thousands of reservists will pitch in. Scorching temperatures arrive on schedule. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Scorching temperatures arrive on schedule.
That
I
it's
think
summer.
January is their hottest month
Yeah.
in
What the
Australia.
hell? Oh my god, that looked like
Fix washing machine.
Gross.
muscle odor.
Gross.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's summer in Australia.
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
supposed to be
January is the
super
hottest
hot.
month.
Gotcha. Okay, so we'll.
And they're
go back.
having what, like in excess of like 114 degrees, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's brutal over there right
Yeah.
now. And it's saying it's an ecological Armageddon for Australia's unique wildlife, including koalas, which their population has gone down by 30%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the number I saw, or the estimate.
That is just fucking tragic. And this is a species that is already struggling.
Mhm.
So this is awful. And I don't know if y'all have seen the videos of the koalas desperate for a drink, and
Yeah.
people giving them water and things like that. It's absolutely heartbreaking. But yeah,
Which is really strange because koalas typically avoid humans at like all
Right.
costs. They do not like humans. And yeah, these creatures are coming to humans saying, "Help me."
yeah, that's what it's just awful. And yeah, so a lot of people are having to evacuate. I believe from what I've heard, they're trying to go to the shores to where they can avoid the fire. Some people stay behind. Okay, as some people do. When there's hurricanes, fires, anything, that you tend to have a few that do that kind of thing. And the air is virtually unbreathable.
Yeah.
They have disastrous air quality there now. So that's also doing a lot of damage to human beings and wildlife, and absolutely awful. Hundreds of people had spent days trapped by fires along a beach in the town of 𝕡𝕒𝕟𝕟𝕜. They reached safety more than 300 miles away on this morning after a 20-hour trip on a naval ship. Others stayed behind, even as the officials across 3 states urged anyone that could leave to do so. By today, numerous towns along Australia's eastern and southeastern coast were ringed by fire. This is already one of the worst wildfire seasons Australia has ever endured. And by all measures, today was expected to be even more extreme. High winds, temperatures over 100 degrees Fahrenheit were likely to exacerbate fires, as we already said, and they're raging out of control. Officials in the state of New South Wales said they expected to lose more houses over this weekend. Toll so far, 23 deaths, more than 1,300 homes destroyed, countless animals killed, and tens of thousands of acres of national park and forest land burned. So,
yeah, and like you said last night, like people aren't talking about this outside of Australia. Like you have to kind of look for it.
And as Ronna King told me, that the people of Australia, they have things going on that's kind of like America. The Prime Minister is on this. He is praying for rain.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's good.
That'll help.
That's his plan, that's his plan. Praying for rain.
How about we urge some foreign aid or something?
Right?
As we mentioned last night, the Red Cross is offering aid to Australia right now. So if you can donate, please do. They're desperate. They really need all the help they can get right now. So yeah.
Evan said there's a picture from space, apparently.
Oh, wow. I imagine there would be. I mean, if you look at the map, I wonder if it has a map of it. There's that again. Crud. Oh my God, look at that.
Well,
what?
I thought
there
was
I pass?
A map there, but it's not.
That's not the map. But this is the Landsat image that I think Evans was talking about. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't want to go to Twitter. Why did I do that? All right. So some pictures. Poor little kangaroo. Just,
Yeah, some people in the comments from last night's stream where we talked about this too said that New Zealand, there's a haziness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll pop the link in chat to the article of it being seen from space. It's actually the whole globe. Well, I mean, the one angle of the whole globe, but you can see the smoke, like this just huge.
Oh my God!
Smoke
area. I got one. You can see the actual fire.
Yeah, the closer ones.
Yeah.
Well, and like Faithless Southerner said, good news is the Mormons are fasting, so this is going to be handled in no time.
Oh my God!
What?
The Mormons are fasting over this, so.
Well, they're going to be doing a hell of a lot more fasting if there's no wildlife and no plant life left on the freaking continent.
Right.
Well, I don't
they
know
think that's going to help?
I don't necessarily know it's the Mormons there. I think it's Mormons here that Evans is talking about.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Wow.
And one more thing that's really devastating about these fires in Australia is about 87% of Australia's wildlife is endemic to the country, which means it can only be found on this island continent. So there's that. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely devastating. I mean, Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, actually, just what you're about to say. So.
The ecologists at the University of Sydney have estimated that this year's fire season have either killed or badly injured 480 million animals, including birds, mammals, and reptiles.
Staggering.
It doesn't even include insects, frogs, or bats.
Which are some of the most important animals in an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like they do
Definitely.
a lot of transfer from plant to plant and making sure that seed spread, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it's just like, that's a number I can't imagine.
I know. I can't
No.
fathom
I
it
can't-
either. I just. I'm not going to cry. Okay.
I know, me too. I'm like tearing up.
Oh my fucking God. Y'all. This is. Okay. So, by any measure, the fires have been devastating not only for the koala, which ecologists believe has lost a quarter. This says a quarter of its population. And this is in northern South Wales, or New South Wales, sorry. But also the lesser known and just as unique southern brown bandicoot and the long-footed potoroo. Oh my God. Ah, no. The potoroo is a kind of wallaby on the south coast, is the very area that's being eaten up by the flames. Oh my God.
Yeah, entire ecosystems are
It's
dying.
this is going to impact the entire planet.
Mhm.
If you don't care about Australia, which you should, damn it, and all these animals and all these people and all the devastation that's happening there, but this is going to affect the entire planet.
Yeah.
Just like the rainforest fires have.
Well, that's what this is. The rainforest fires are a part of what's led to the dryness in the southern hemisphere.
And the thing about rainforest and areas like this is if you do get rain and there's no vegetation there, the rain just sweeps away all the nutrients, and before long you have a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most
So
of Australia is desert.
yeah, but I'm saying the vegetated areas that exist.
Yeah, I get you.
And the same goes for the Amazon. So, yeah. Seal and penguin colonies on Kangaroo Island are at risk from uncontrolled fires. Fish and frogs, where ash has blanketed waterways, may not survive, and it will take a decade for certain trees to produce the nectar so many fruit bats and flying foxes, another variety of bat, rely upon. Ecological Armageddon. You're goddamn right, Dr. Radford.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
And here's some people, some refugees, I guess coming from the naval ship, as was mentioned earlier. These poor people.
Well, but Meatloaf spoke out and had the right idea, saying that Greta Thunberg
Fuck.
is brainwashed.
Yeah. Fuck him.
And speaking of what, isn't that Greta? I think that's Greta on the bag. Maybe not,
No,
but it was
that's
her
not Greta.
It was her birthday yesterday, y'all.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Greta.
Happy birthday,
Yes.
Greta. And thank you for speaking up.
Yes. On an issue that impacts the entire world, but that not so many people are caring about, doing anything about it.
I'm ready for a palate cleanser.
Yeah, I think so too. I've been on the verge of tears with all this. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to this crazy shit right here. So, and I've been gone over the holidays because I was supposed to have another show last week, but I was sick and I couldn't. But I ran across this and I have to share this because I've heard nobody talk about this and I think it's fucking hilarious. But the Trump campaign tweeted this out, and a lot of other people who support Trump have been tweeting it out. They launched a website designed to help the president's supporters win arguments with liberal relatives, friends, and snowflakes they encounter during the holidays, y'all. So this is for Trump supporters. This is encouraging Trump supporters to argue with their relatives and friends over the holiday. Like, how fucked up is that?
Right. And there's lies all over it.
Oh, fuck yes, there is. So let's check out this let's check out the website. Let's just go how to win an argument with your liberal relatives, because this is all about poning the libs, right?
Yep.
So, whoops. I think maybe economy is strong. Now, this argument is kind of a mixed bag. If you look at the markets, the stock market, we're doing okay. We're doing pretty good. However, we have reached below 700. And are you okay, Maddie?
Yeah, we've had 700-point drops. We've not reached below 700.
Oh, okay, we have 700-point drops. And thank you for correcting me on that, because I don't know shit about the economy, y'all. I'm just saying. That's why I'm like, hey, Maddie, are you there?
Right.
But you cannot go by just what is happening on Wall Street when you're talking about the economy. And that's one thing that I keep hearing the media say over and over again. Oh, this is going to be the ticket that's going to get Donald Trump reelected, is on the economy. And I think people should probably be more informed about that. So, Maddie, why don't you tell us why the economy isn't so strong?
Well, because certain industries that are crucial for our country's stability and growth are basically destroyed. Like the steel industry, the power industry, we're not making gains where we should be in terms of green energy, and coal mines are going out of business. On top of that, the farming industry is completely screwed. It's there's so many farms going bankrupt this year compared to years past. It's
now, why is that?
Because we have a absolutely ass-brain president that decided to go to a trade war with China during harvest season.
Mm-hmm.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Stable genius.
So there's several key areas there. What was I going to say? Oh, the stock market. I've said this before. I'll say it again. The stock market is not a good judge of how the economy is doing. The stock market is a good judge of how a certain segment of, if you're looking at the full stock market, that's one thing, but most people are looking at the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ, and those are a select group of companies that those markets are meant to go up consistently. They're not meant to go down. If they start to go down, they drop companies off of those lists and bring in companies that are performing well. Now, sad to say, but one of the things that this country's really fucking good at is making money off of war. So the war could improve the economy over the next year. But yeah, the steel industry, the farming industry, a lot of automotive industry is moving out of the country. Even though that tax break, you saved them so much money, it made it way easier for them to move out of the country.
Yeah.
Good job, Trump. But yeah, a lot of your blue collar industries are going away. Factory work is in a slump.
Automation.
Automation is taking over a lot of jobs, and it's not a good thing. Now, the rich people, they're extremely happy because they just keep getting richer under this president. But there was another time in our history when the rich were really, really happy, and then it destroyed the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bubbles tend to burst.
Repeat that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's not repeat the Great Depression. That would be bad. I mean, it's very unlikely we would ever have another depression in the sense that we did. In
there's
the early
1900s. There's a lot more wealth on the globe right now.
Well, but also it has to do with regulation. There's a lot of regulations that keep that from happening. But Trump has tried to weaken a lot of those regulations, which is awesome.
Kind of stupid. Kind of not smart.
Slightly related. I watched someone who does She does cooking from recipes in times of distress. And to see people making clay cookies for nutrients to give to pregnant women, seeing toast sandwich, which is a toasted piece of bread between two other pieces of bread. You know, these aren't substantial meals that they had to go through. Like, I don't know how this isn't scaring more people. I don't.
Well, and that's one of the other key facets. If you're working class, you understand that your pay is purchasing less each time you get your check. The prices of commodities are going up, and that's kind of a weird thing because the consumer price index is one of the ways that we judge how our economy is doing, and they don't include commodities in it.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Totally makes sense, doesn't it?
But yeah, you're noticing that you're paying more and you're getting less, and it's headed towards a break.
Now it's saying that this is the strongest economy this country's seen in 50 years.
By what, like, what standard? I try to.
Unemployment rate continues to be at a historically low level, recently ticking down to 3.5%. That is a 50-year low.
But what are the jobs that these people are working?
Right. Like
that's the
more
key factor. When it was that low in the past, those people were probably working jobs that they could survive on. That's not the case anymore.
Right.
Yeah, they're definitely not making a living wage, which is something that
and then he backed off, what was it, like 700,000 people off of food stamps?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Great.
Which hurts working families the most.
Yeah.
Just hold on to that one because we'll be coming back to that one.
Oh, boy.
But the next argument, it is important to enforce immigration law and build the wall. Yeah, this is a fucked up argument. As I said before, I'm not happy with the children in cages. No.
Yeah, okay. So the whole immigration thing has been pushed for so many years, and it's a non-existent issue.
Yeah.
It's immigrants coming to the US to work have always been filling jobs that the regular everyday American worker does not want to fill.
Right.
They're working hard in fields, in industries that are very unsafe, and they're not taking American jobs because these employers are not paying them an American wage.
Right.
The reason that these employers hire primarily immigrants is so that they can pay them lower. Because if you have someone on your under your employ that is not legally here, they're not going to raise a stink if you're not paying them what they deserve.
Yeah. They'll work for no bathroom breaks and shit. They're just really desperate. And that alone is sad to me. And
building the wall, you can climb a wall.
But fuck the wall thing. That's so dumb.
There's videos of them climbing the wall.
Yeah,
little bit of fence that they have.
It's an unclimbable wall, Red. Trump said it.
Yeah, that's CGI.
Must be true.
That's CGI from NASA.
Like, I don't know what century they think we live in. Like, maybe in the 4th century you could have said this is an unclimbable wall,
right?
But eventually someone figured out how to get over that wall.
Yeah, it didn't protect China from the peoples of the steppe. So
the Mongols.
The key to it not being an unclimbable wall was the fact that they wanted fucking alligators in a moat.
Yeah.
Yep, there's tunnels under there, Retro Queen. There's plenty of tunnels under the fence as is.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and they also say.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was just going to say, Retro Queen also said the America/Britain first and nationalism that goes along with this immigration idea.
Oh yeah, it's just
Oh.
it's absolutely ridiculous.
Retro Queen is in the chat. Hi.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
It's nonsensical, and it's a slat wall
Yeah.
where they've been building it, which that kind of takes away. You can pass things through it.
Yeah. Well,
Like
we got. Didn't we have it happen where they busted one of the slats off and walked right through it?
Yes.
And then they kind of hit it there. Did we cover that story?
I don't know if we.
I don't
covered
think
it. Yeah,
we
that-
didn't
that's
cover it, but
happened.
yeah,
And-
that's a
and
thing.
It doesn't even take into account the fact that the vast majority of immigrants in this country that are here by what they say illegal means are here on expired work visas.
Yeah.
So they came
Yeah.
here legally, and then
Through ports of entry.
through ports of
Well-
entry. And I'm just surprised that Trump has not tried to electrify the ocean. That's the one thing.
Well,
Fuck.
he
Did you-
was. Go ahead.
There was a news story on, I think it was Fox News, that said that Trump was eliminating sending aid or something to 3 Mexican countries. There's only one, Mexico.
Yeah, that was
They had a map though.
well,
where they were-
I'm sorry. You
Oh yeah,
broke
what
me
about
again.
New Mexico hashtag? What about New
Yeah.
Mexico?
I found it absolutely hilarious that Colombia was labeled as cocaine Mexico.
Oh,
And like
Jesus.
Brazil was like Amazon Mexico or something like that.
Oh,
Wow.
my
Oh.
goodness.
So
Oh,
But what's funny in all that is that Mexican immigrants, legal immigrants, have been way down since they've gotten their birth rates under control.
right.
You know, most of them are coming from Central America.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're
You know,
fleeing for their lives.
So if
Yeah.
you want it, well, I mean, that and the higher birth rates means there's too many workers and not enough jobs
Right.
for them, and so they go look elsewhere. So that's the thing with Mexico. So when Mexico's birth rate went down, fewer and fewer Mexicans are going over, and so most of them that are coming from Mexico that do the illegal stuff are coming up like the big caravan situation they made out
Oh,
of. It's
my
from Central
God.
America where their birth rates are up at like 3 or 4 births per however they calculate the stat, but yeah. So
That makes
hey,
sense.
provide aid to those central, work with those Central American countries to help them get their if you want to
Infrastructure,
stop
jobs.
Right.
they're there.
Don't even tell
Well, jobs
Trump
and
that they're
shit, but
Central
get a
Amer-
control of their
I was just going to say, don't tell Trump they're Central American countries because he's going to assume he's president of that.
That's true. Or try to sell them
Yeah.
for other countries.
But
Yeah.
he's definitely not president of Puerto Rico.
No, that's
uh,
there was a video of somebody telling a Puerto Rican, because they had the Puerto Rican flag on their shirt, they're like, get out of this fucking country, blah blah blah, go home. They're like, dude, it's an American territory.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's one thing. That's another thing most Americans don't know.
No,
No.
And they should fucking know that.
right?
I think for the better of Puerto
I
Rico.
mean, it's been a territory for what, 130 years now, 140.
a long
give or
fucking
take.
time.
Yeah, long time.
Long enough.
So the next argument on that list is just no. There's
What
no,
are they talking about?
every time Trump has told countries you're going to have to pay more, they're like, no, that's not how this works. And it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. They're talking about the tariffs, I'm sure, which you, the American public, are paying the tariffs.
Well, they're talking about NATO here, right?
NATO doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore. Or no, NATO does. NATO hasn't been gone.
Yeah.
It's NAFTA that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, NATO members are expected to add 130 billion in defense spending by the end of 2020. Yeah, just by the end of 2020, that's when we'll see that.
But that
Just,
was
it's
their
kind of like you'll know that God is real when you get to heaven.
But that's what they were. That was their plan initially. By the end of 2020, Trump has done nothing in regards to that.
Justin Trudeau and European leaders can laugh all they want to, but our dear leader is building the largest defense spending increase in a quarter century.
Yeah, this is a garbage argument.
It's absolute garbage.
What's the next one?
Trump is improving our
Oh
trade.
No, Trump is kind of fucking our trade deal.
Pretty much the rest of this is just complete bullshit. I mean, it was all bullshit, but it was kind of mixed in with a little bit of confusion, maybe.
Trump's approach to healthcare, which is not having a plan at all.
Yeah. What happened to what's the replacement? What did we repeal Obamacare? I don't even know what's happening. We're gonna have the best
health care guaranteed.
Last thing I heard, people were still signing up for Obamacare.
Yes.
So repeal and replace, where the fuck did that go?
Well, yeah. Trump is
I mean,
go ahead.
It worked or improved at least a little bit, and so it's not as unpopular as it is, or as people think it is. The name is Obamacare is, but the coverages and statewide and stuff aren't. So like,
I don't know if Red's ever heard this story, but I had a coworker that said that we got to get rid of Obamacare, and these people should have to sign up for the ACA like I do.
It really is that bad.
Yeah.
What
yes.
What state it was? I forget what it was. This was a couple years ago, where one of the Republicans, it might have been Mitch McConnell, that ran on protecting the state. You know, speak positively of whatever they call their state ACA stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna get rid of Obamacare, but we're gonna protect this, and it's like that's the same fucking thing.
It's the same thing.
They're relying on the stupidity and the ignorance of their base. That's all they're hanging on to.
So,
and it works. That's what fucking scares the shit out of me. Is it works?
Right?
So
they eat it up.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by people that are just eating this up like it's good. Oh, delicious lies.
So the next argument is that Trump's expanding his reach to beyond his base. Where? His
right?
I thought that, what about blacks and women and Latinos for Trump? I thought that was already part of his base. That's what he's been arguing this whole time.
Yeah, that's just a lie. Trump tax cuts fueled the economy. Dems would raise taxes on everybody by repealing the Trump tax cut. The Trump tax cut didn't help the economy at all.
Nope.
Actually, when companies pay more in tax, they invest more in their company because that's deductible, and that improves the economy. No quid pro quo. Fuck you.
I know, right? I can't. I almost can't believe this is here, but it's Trump, so I have to reorient myself and remember what reality we're fucking living in now.
Yeah.
No quid pro quo.
So the next one, I do understand this now. Joe Biden threatened to withhold $100 billion in aid from the Ukraine unless they fired the prosecutor looking into the company where his son worked. This has not been debunked. Okay, so number one, Joe Biden, there is work on behalf of the administration, withheld aid for a short period of time so they could get rid of a very corrupt prosecutor, and it has been debunked. Yeah, he did, like, it wasn't a one-man thing, and it wasn't like this, hey, I'm going to give you the aid if you look into Joe Biden. It was, hey, you got a corrupt country, and we're not going to do dealings with you as long as you have these corrupt people in charge.
Yeah, which is what Trump was claiming that he did, which he totally fucking didn't.
Yeah.
It's just mind-blowing. The projection is real, y'all. There's so much projection in this.
The next one's big government socialism.
I love that it's in all caps. I fucking love it. It's as if Trump wrote this himself. I mean,
I don't know if he's that smart.
This is so annoying on how bad. just like anything government related is socialism. It's gotta stop. Like who was it? I don't know who it was. It was some rando on Twitter about a couple months ago or whatever was complaining about Yang's UBI and it being socialist and like so. And I asked, I didn't get a response, but I go, so is Milton Friedman a socialist in your mind?
Oh my God! Yeah,
I didn't get an answer, but I mean, I swear to God, he asked those people. What?
I bet you didn't get an answer.
No, I didn't get an answer back. But I mean, I swear to God, you'll get a lot of these people that talking about socialism that would say Reagan's economic advisor was a socialist because he proposed negative income tax, which is the same as or similar, just different way about doing it as UBI would.
Yeah.
So and it's like.
Yeah,
that's not socialism.
No, it's not. And then the next one is just what the fuck? Trump is proving it's possible to have a strong economy and a clean environment at the same time. He's repealed all kinds of environmental laws and destroyed the water quality and air quality and all kinds of shit going on. No, he's not. And you can't say, well, space is really big.
Oh Jesus!
The windmills—they're the real.
Don Quixote.
That's what he means by clean environment, y'all.
Right.
He's getting rid of those hazardous, bird-killing, cancer-giving.
Yeah, it just
eagle-killing.
Windmills. Oh my God! Like, and then the U.S. is again a world leader in energy production, but Democrats would eliminate all fossil fuel production under the Green New Deal. Means 10 million jobs lost and higher heating. The Green New Deal didn't pass.
No.
Number one.
And that's not even actually
I know
any kind of legislation that would have passed.
It's not.
It's nothing that would gone any effect. It's just kind of a statement of goals and kind of stuff and what they're looking to do.
It was just this is what would fix things. Not we're pushing this to have it done. And 10 million jobs lost. No, many of those jobs would go into clean energy jobs. It would be going from one form of power production to another form.
But they don't look at that issue. No, it's just taking jobs away. It's evil. No, don't do it.
So how do you pwn your snowflake friends and family over the holidays? You lie to them and over again until their brain fucking explodes.
You annoy the fuck out of them. That's the entire Trump thing.
Troll. It's a troll.
Yeah, there you go.
Trumpers all the time spend I hear it just about every day, something awful and dumb from a Trump supporter. Just like, you hear this AOC? You hear this AOC wants to take away your hamburgers.
Great. Oh.
No.
Oh my God! Seriously, y'all, get a grip.
They ain't gonna do this impeachment because Pelosi knows if she impeaches Trump, then she's gonna get impeached. No.
Yeah.
It's not how this works.
Yeah. No, not how any of this works.
Oh boy! So there you have it. How to pwn the snowflakes. Do we have time to go over the Methodist schism?
We're getting pretty late. We've been going for an hour and a half, so we probably should hold that one till next time.
Okay, we'll talk about that next week. Stay tuned. So yeah, Kitty. That's wonderful. Love Kitty. And then we have Bunny, which was sent to me by Bunny. So,
yes.
Oh yeah,
it's so fluffy. Love the floof.
Usagi is bunny in Japanese.
Yeah. You give kisses. Did you see it kisses? No.
It's so
my
cute.
God.
So wait a second. Bunny's name is Bunny.
No, it's Bunny.
Well, it's slash.
So,
okay, gotcha.
It's just their name in a different language.
Yeah, kawaii means cute.
Yes, kawaii.
And here we have something amazing. I love
these.
Always
so funny.
They are amazing.
It looks like they don't even have legs. Like they're just little like suctioned on feet.
The cats are liquid. They will conform to whatever space they are confined in. And then we got this one.
Oh,
This one
it
doesn't
looks
look very happy.
terrifying.
This like, why you taking my picture, bitch? Trying to relax on this glass. Oh my gosh. So this was an interesting experiment here.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
What is that?
they were doing an experiment, it says right here, hydrogen peroxide foam experiment. And this is up
They
close.
miscalculated
Yeah,
how
they
big
did
it was
not-
going to be.
Yeah. They did.
Oh damn.
Oh.
Yeah. That was quite a thing
Oh,
there.
can you imagine cleanup?
Oh my God. I don't even want to. I'm
No.
better them than me.
Right.
That's pretty
When it-
awesome.
It
Yeah.
is. Look at the spillover. Oh my God. Shit.
Just remember, cleaner air and water with the Trump.
And here we have donated toys went missing, and the police caught this dog hoarding them.
Mhm.
That's cute. Not gonna go over that. Not gonna do that either. We're just gonna do the cute and good stuff because we had quite a difficult night tonight. And he's gonna draw. He's not very good at it.
Well, that's the eyes closed episode, isn't it? Dry.
I think so.
don't know. It's been a long time, but it doesn't matter. It's the fun of doing it that's important. Feels good to have made something. Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
And here we have
The rat? Yeah, it's a
little
rat.
rat thief,
Thief.
bad rat. And it
It's just a rat doing what rats do.
no, that took some dexterity and some planning, and I mean the rat could have just took off with that whole thing, but it
But
thought
it needed
about
cash
it.
for pizza, obviously.
Yeah, it did, obviously.
Yeah.
And this is really cute. You're gonna have to have a little bit of sound for this one. This was shared by Maddie.
Yep.
I'm so happy over the banana.
Oh.
Open!
Yay!
Oh.
Oh, yummy. That is just, if that don't put a smile on your face, nothing will. And so I guess the pizza was warm because, yeah.
Look,
And if looks could kill, we would all be dead.
do cats go on pizza?
New argument for
Yeah.
2020. Oh, gosh. And of course, I have to do the Daily Bunny. It's really cute. And the title is Bunny
Daily
is
Bunny.
crushing it. It's crushing it. Damn right. This is pretty interesting. He won't get up because Mueller says you can't indict a sitting president.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I thought it was funny. Oh, this one needs sound. Go back a little bit. Oh, sweet little meow. Oh, the floof.
You have that cat tree.
Yeah. That is such a fluffy cat.
It's so tiny. The meow.
It is. Very vocal.
Oh,
You can do it, baby. You can do
you
it.
tried.
Oh, no, you
tried your
can't.
best.
Help me up, Human. Oh, this made me die. Can't you see? Can't see fucking shit out of this thing. I love that movie. That is from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And if you haven't seen that movie, I suggest you do. It's
I
amazing.
haven't.
It's kind of loosely based on Homer's Odyssey. It's really amazing, but it's set in the, I believe, the 20s, 30s. Yeah. So yeah, that's fucking great. And pine cone on pizza.
I say yes.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, if you like IPAs, why not?
I don't like
That's-
IPAs
Cone
anymore.
beer.
Oh, and then there's this one. It's in an impeachment trial. I guess that's Mitch McConnell.
Yep.
Yep.
Quite a drawing there. Oh, this is amazing. So laugh when you get it, right?
Oh.
It's a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know what a TIE fighter is.
Star Wars.
It's a Star Wars
Oh,
joke.
okay.
Well, I guess nobody gets it because nobody laughed.
Oh, we got it. Just wasn't.
Oh, you
funny.
did? Oh, it wasn't funny. Cat's like, oh yeah.
Oh my
see? Oh,
God.
wait, what? What the fuck is happening? Oh my
What the
god!
hell?
Are you crazy? I'm getting away from this. Is she crazy?
She cray cray. I'm out.
I love cats with that big face like that. They're so adorable.
Yeah.
And then there's the classic. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? I don't know.
There is noise.
Yeah.
Oh, bunny shake.
Slow motion.
Aw.
Yeah. Love the buns, in case you can't tell. And this right here. Y'all ready?
Turn it up a little more. There you go.
That's
Goody.
right.
Maybe on the low side. So if anybody wants to be a nice conservative talk show host, it's not a bad living, I will say. But I have to say he's a very unique guy, and he's a great man, and he's been a great friend. So thank you to Rush. Thank you.
To Rush!
What?
Oh, there's something else I wanted to show. I think it's at the bottom. Here it is. This is from the Daily Show. It's a roundup of all the best words.
Oh God.
Okay.
Come on and play.
He was awarded the Bronze Star and the Combat Infantryman and liver transplant. Made a
Pivotal.
What?
This was pivotal. Heroin alone authorized the 9 elected 11.
9 elected.
Delano Roosevelt. We must seek real bipartisan solutions. As bad as
what?
I
don't know.
Applicable state taxes, America.
Right.
Slap rocket.
Slap rocket.
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
3 times. And he still didn't get it right.
Oranges.
Investigation. The beginning. You've really put a big investment in our country. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. A brilliant star shone in the East Wise Men.
East Wiseman.
A field. And then they announced there was no by snow.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll build this country into But there's no better word than stupid.
Yeah.
There's no better
That was
word
great.
than
I
stupid.
agree with that. I'm gonna have to scroll back up here and find. This is amazing. How to find Kentucky on a map.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's how you know it's finger looking good, but
That's the
especially-
best.
especially when it's held in the pan. Oh my gosh, that's not available. Ah, crying Chuck. Okay, this is actually really, really. It kind of impressed me a little bit.
You're such a good singer.
It was amazing. So, real estate broker taps Vanilla Ice to pitch Trump family on putting presidential library on site of a trailer park.
What? That would be perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
you'd have the Art of the Deal and Jugs magazine. That would be the library.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and this is adorable. They fell asleep playing tug of war. Missing the puppy. You can't miss the puppy, Maddie.
I see the puppy.
Whoa! Oh,
Oh.
that's adorable. Little seal. Whoa! And this is a gray long-eared bat.
Still horrifying.
I think it's cute.
Nope, that's horrifying.
He is so
cute.
adorable.
That is not cute.
You
are
crazy.
wrong.
You're wrong.
No.
You're wrong.
There's
Wrong.
nothing
wrong,
cute
wrong,
about
wrong.
that demon creature with moth ears.
You know,
So-
when
What was you gonna say? Hashtag.
Yeah, what were you
I was
gonna
gonna
say?
say when you're like an ugly duckling, you gotta stick with the ugly ducklings, right? We gotta us
Are you calling
underdogs
me
gotta
ugly?
stick together. No, I'm saying you're not because you're against it.
Oh,
Stretch. Oh, so like I said, I was away over Christmas. A lot of Christmas stuff in here. Sorry, but I thought this was cute. It looks like Spuds McKenzie, and I miss Spuds McKenzie.
Yeah.
no one in this decade knows who Spuds McKenzie is.
If you don't know who Spuds McKenzie is, then you're not old. Ha. Oh, go get it. He opened it all by himself. All by himself. Look at that. That is cute. Go get it.
This is great
There it
until he just starts ripping up every box that they have.
Yeah,
I know.
that's true.
This must be a present.
Yeah, we can't have paper or anything on the floor or the cat tears it up.
Oh,
Pick it
yeah.
up, buddy.
Oh,
Pick it
look
up,
at that
buddy.
face. Oh, my God. Yeah, I would have a dog like this. I really
They're
would.
very territorial.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're great dogs. They're high energy, but they definitely latch onto the family.
Yeah. Are they good for some small rodents and squirrels they chase
Oh, yeah.
after and all that stuff? Yeah. Oh my goodness, he gonna get it. He's determined.
Right?
Eventually, at some point.
At some point. Yeah, that's right. Little
Congrats, it's a
determination.
box.
If this little dog can do this,
Oh my god.
we can do anything. I'm just
Right?
saying.
Well, it doesn't even
Buddy,
look at
come
the thing that's
here.
in it. It
You
just
wanna
rips
know
it
we're
up and it's
opening?
done.
Come here.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you
Oh.
aggravated?
Oh.
Tastes like
I
friendship.
want it.
I know, right?
It is cute.
I mean, I'm not really a dog person. Just putting it out there, but holy shit, that's adorable. Oh, not gonna go into that. Too sad. Buddy! Buddy! I am gonna say this one thing. Snarky says trans rights.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Damn it. Damn
Hashtag
it.
says trans rights too. Trans rights and human rights.
Yes.
That's right.
What's in the box? Oh, missed
That's-
opportunity.
That's me in the morning.
Leave me alone.
So, Social Security is being attacked. That's wonderful.
Yep,
Well, of course
I live
is.
on that.
And this
I live on that. It's you know what my cost of living increase was between last year and this year?
What's that?
what?
$2.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm pretty sure most of y'all have seen this, but we're gonna watch it anyway.
Oh.
I feel so sorry for these kitties. Like, take me home, damn it! Take me home! I want to go home with you. I would take it home. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to resist. Also, go to if you're not following at Open Culture, you should. They've got some free online philosophy courses. Check that out. That's really awesome. And this.
Oh.
See, I made sure to put more doggies because I know Maddie likes the doggies.
They are cute. This is obviously my favorite part of the show.
Yes. And bunnies. I want a bunny. Did I mention that? I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I want a bunny. And then there's this. It's just pretty
That's
freaky.
really
so
cool.
cool. That's
It's cool.
Amazing.
And freaky.
Red, are you still alive?
Oh.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're
You just
alive.
kind of check out over the cutesy stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is both Red and my favorite part of the show.
Well, you told me to move on to this part, so I
I know.
so I did. So I did.
Espera um pouco. É só essa ponta aqui. Você espera.
That's just the funniest thing to troll Dad.
Oh, man.
Espera, hein? Sem gritar, hein?
Got track, yeah.
Eu vou cortar esse pontinho só. Oh, meu Deus. Que escândalo tem que fazer.
Ain't nothing like a baby
Só
laugh.
pontinho.
Yes.
That laugh is so hard they can't breathe.
Ah, não.
They get the hiccups. Oh my gosh. And of course, we've already gone over the fire, so I'm not gonna play that.
Goats.
You got some goats. You slide on out of here.
It must be laminated.
Laminated.
Oh my god.
That was great.
I love puns.
See, this got a reaction out of Red. So I'm gonna say this is a grade A floof video. Oh, right. So Tucker Carlson apparently attacked the airstrikes, which is like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
It's you've gone too fucking far when Tucker Carlson is criticizing it. That's just quite a thing. And I've got to play this. I've got to. It's funny / sad / what the
Oh.
fuck.
A fighter and a champion for freedom. And Lord, that's exactly what we have.
Look at him laughing.
I thank you, Lord, that he doesn't claim to be perfect,
Oh,
but
yes,
he is
Lord.
passionate. He's
Hallelujah.
passionate to stop the merciless
Oh,
killing of
Jesus.
the unborn.
Amen.
He's passionate to
Hallelujah.
raise people from
He
poverty,
mentions
and
he
6
mentions
million
the
have been removed
unborn.
from food
Lord.
stamps to the dignity
He
of
mentions
work.
the unborn
He is
several
passionate,
times.
oh God, to
Oh,
see our
yes.
Supreme Court
Oh, of
filled
course
he
with
is.
men
Of
and
course
women who
He's
will
just
stand
so
for
passionate.
justice for all. And
Oh,
Lord, we
Lord.
thank you for all that you have begun.
Yes, we
And now that
do.
you have begun it in our nation,
I'm
in the
getting
middle,
bored with
we
this
pray
prayer.
that you would bless.
You weren't listening to
over.
it. You weren't listening to it at all. And then Ben Shapiro had a hot take. Apparently he's arguing
Siri.
that that the Obama administration's plan with Iran was leading to World War III.
I quit.
And Trump is now avoiding war through deterrence.
I
I
quit
know.
life.
I know. No, like how the fuck can he say this shit with a straight face?
Because he's a sleazeball that
I have
doesn't
no
know
idea.
shit.
Yeah,
Does he really take himself seriously?
I have no idea.
I guess he makes enough money to do so. And, you know, much to your relief, Maddie, this is the end of my cute videos. Thank you for hanging in there with us.
I survived.
Hey, the audience, there are some people in the audience that really appreciate these
There
videos.
is.
Hell yeah.
So,
I appreciate these things, so half the show appreciates the fuck out of this.
that's right. So this is my show, and I took over your channel
I know
with
you
this
did.
show, and I do what I want.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to show myself. I'm Mrs. Snarky. I do philosophy and politics and et cetera, and so forth. And you can find me at Mrs. Snarky on Twitter as well, which I think most of you follow me anyway. But yeah, that's my channel. What's your channel, Maddie?
It's really weird for me to show this out since it's on my channel. But if you're watching on Mrs. Snarky's channel, I'm Maddie of Objectively Subjective. You should come and subscribe to my channel. I don't do much of the floofy stuff, but we do on this show. So if you like that stuff, if you like other stuff in terms of politics and comedy and that stuff, subscribe.
Yeah. Casey?
Hi, I'm #Heathen on here and @Heathen KCCASEY on Twitter. Although most of you, I think all of you follow me. You can find me on my channel. I'm trying to get like release schedules set up, but kind of health dependent. But you can catch me here on Fridays, here again on Saturdays, and then in the replay on Mrs. Snarky's channel on Thursday, right?
I don't know anymore. Nobody knows.
Somewhere around there. Whenever
Someday.
Snarky puts it up.
When I feel like it. Anyway, no, this will probably be released on Thursday.
Okay.
So. All right, Red Vencher, if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here. Red Venture on YouTube. Do some response videos. I can do some other stuff on the channel as well too. Gonna announce some of that in a new video tomorrow. Red Venture on Twitter, and then I also have a Twitch channel that I'm gonna try to get going again here in February.
Woo,
So.
making it itch with the Twitch. That was
I don't
awful.
think that's how that. No, that's not.
That was awful. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Red. Anyway, y'all check all that out. And I'm just going to say this right here is, a relaxing cat.
Yep.
Yeah. If you follow me on Twitter and you see my dog video, then you know what that reference is. Anyway, so just want to remind everybody to know yourself and stay snarky. Bye.
A special thank you
Later.
to all my wonderful patrons.
Bye.
I really appreciate your support. Also, like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss another snarky video. Don't forget to know yourself and stay snarky.